This crime was committed by the recently deceased. They came back to life and killed 2 of our classmates!
No! So, ritual did work? That's wrong! Ritual did work? So, ritual did work? That's wrong!
The culprit used a katana to kill Angie. And it was found in Kiyo's research lab. Which makes you, Kiyo, automatically suspicious.
But anyone could have taken that katana, you see.
So that rusty katana was the murder weapon. You were the only one who cared about that thing, Kiyo.
I did not care about some katana.
Just admit it, you shit-eating worm. You went to the classroom, broke in, and murdered the fuck out of Angie! Oh yeah! I'm a fucking genius! You went to the classroom, broke in, and murdered the fuck out of Angie! Oh yeah! You went to the classroom, broke in, and murdered the fuck out of... You went to the classroom, broke in, and murdered the fuck out of Angie! Oh yeah! I'm a fucking genius! You went to the classroom, broke in, and murdered the fuck out of... You went to the classroom, broke in, and murdered the fuck out of Angie!
That's wrong! Not hurt anyone. Torture Gonta if you don't believe.
Torture might be a bit too far, but Gonta and I aren't the culprits.
And I'm not the culprit either. Jeez.
Gonta,
not the culprit.
You're not the culprit!
We must consider other
gentlemen.
possibilities. Surely there must be suspects outside the student
Betray
council.
student council!
That's utterly impossible.
A dead chick
Not just
can't be the
anyone could open
culprit!
that door. Only student council members had access.
Look, I don't know who the
I
culprit
didn't know
is.
robots told such boring lies.
Is that a robophobic remark?
Only student council members had access.
Look, I don't know who the
I
culprit
didn't know
is.
robots told... Only student council members had access.
Look, I don't know who the
I
culprit
didn't know
is.
robots told such boring... Only student council members had access.
Look, I don't know who the culprit is.
Only student council members had access.
Look, I don't know who the
I
culprit
didn't know
is.
robots told such... Only student council members had access.
Look, I don't know who the culprit is.
I didn't know robots told such... Only student council members had access. Only student council members had access.
Look, I don't know who the culprit is.
Only student council members had access.
Look, I don't know who the culprit is.
I heard it!
A corner and play with yourself.
Okay, I'll start right now.
All right. So, who's the asshole who set up this locked room mystery?
Mew, I can't hold it up anymore.
What's the matter? You going soft on me now?
The culprit sneaked in during the seance by crawling under the floor.
But it was pitch black during the seance. How could they even see if they were under the floor?
Because it wasn't dark under the floor. You see, our villain had a light.
Light? You mean candle?
I mean, Kiba's flashlight function.
Huh? Now, hold on a second.
Kibo could have used that function to get under the floor and sneak into the empty...
I said hold on a second. Second.
Kibo could have used that function to get under the floor.
I only reveal the truth.
Elliptic brains! When Tenko got killed, it wasn't during the seance.
It could not have been done at any other time. She was under the cage the whole time. And she was dead when the cage was lifted.
What about moment cage was lifted?
Like that.
When cage lifted, culprit stabbed Tenko real fast. So fast, no one saw.
Oh my!
So who lifted the cage?
It was me.
Then obviously Himiko is the culprit.
There's no down!
What about moment cage was lifted? A moment cage was lifted. Damn it! What about moment cage was lifted? What about moment cage was lifted?
Like that.
A moment cage was lifted. What about moment cage was lifted? What about moment cage was lifted? That's wrong! There wouldn't be blood on the cloth.
What? But how could my golden brain be wrong when it felt so right?
The only possibility is that Tenko was killed during the seance.
I got your remodel right here! No, it's still wrong to think that Tenko was killed during the seance.
What?
I'm gonna prove it right now. My golden brain is gonna go all out! Tenko died after the seance. It happened when the sheet was lifted. That was the moment the culprit chose to stab the fuck out of Tenko through the cage! They stuck the thin blade through the gaps of the cage, and that clean white sheet got stained blood red!
But the weapon was a sickle. Only the blade could have fit through the gaps.
The blade's all you need. If you stick the blade through a gap in the cage, it'd be long enough to reach Tenko, sitting in there with her neck all exposed.
I'll cut through your words!
So far, suicide seems to be the best explanation.
Her plan was to take us down with her. So she hid her true intentions.
Tenko's not that kind of person!
But if Tenko did commit suicide, it would explain how she died during the seance. She could have secretly brought the sickle, and then stabbed herself with it.
Finally, with the last of her strength, she threw the sickle underneath the floor. All the pieces fit. Finally, with the last of her strength, she threw the sickle underneath
I
the
only
floor.
feel the truth!
Did anything seem out of the ordinary during the seance?
There is something that bothers me. The fact that the seance failed. The ritual was perfect, and yet it failed. How utterly strange.
Now that I think about it, while we were all singing the song, I heard something fall.
I'm more concerned about how dark it got in there. I mean, it was totally pitch black. My job was to relight the candles.
While we were all singing the song, I heard something fall.
I'm more concerned about how dark...
I heard something fall.
I'm more concerned about how dark it got in...
I heard something fall.
I'm more concerned about...
I heard something fall.
I'm more concerned about how...
While we were all singing this, I heard something fall.
I'm more concerned about how dark it got in there.
I heard something fall. All singing the song, I heard something fall.
I'm more concerned...
While we were all singing the song, I heard something fall. The song, I heard something fall.
I'm more concerned about how...
Out of the ordinary?
I heard something fall.
I'm more concerned about... I'm...
I heard something fall. 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 I heard something fall.
I'm more...
I heard something fall. I heard something fall.
I agree! So what made the floorboard come loose?
Judging from the sound, there must have been considerable force.
Someone who participated in the seance. Maybe that person tore off the floorboard. That wouldn't make such a loud crashing sound.
Maybe the wooden statue fell over.
But that statue was still on top of the cage.
Culprit hid under floor. Then stood up with such might!
But we already said there was no one under the floor.
Someone must have stomped through the floorboard.
A floorboard that comes loose when...
Someone must have stomped through the floorboard. Someone must have stomped through the floorboard.
I agree.
Performing the seance in that room was Himiko's decision, was it not?
What if someone steered her into picking that room?
Of the 3 empty rooms, why did you select the middle one? Because you laid your trap there.
Was Trap only in that room? Other rooms may be trapped too. Other rooms may be trapped too.
I agree. It has to be you. Of any objections, you can...
Your deductions are fiction. Well, since you've given me the option, I will most certainly object. To be honest, it's unimportant, but it may be an amusing diversion. Now I shall bear witness to your abilities, Shuichi. Do entertain me. If you are going to claim I am the culprit, then what of the murder weapon? It was set up in the cage. The only people capable of that are Kokichi and Shuichi, who carried the cage. So suspicion should fall on them.
True, we could have placed the sickle there, but we could not have removed it later. Because we weren't the ones who lifted the cage. That was Himiko.
The only person who could have collected the sickle was Himiko. But the only people who could have placed the sickle are Kokichi and Shu. But in regards to that dilemma, I did not carry the cage, nor did I lift. I had no opportunity to touch the sickle.
I'll cut through your words!
They've had a logical decision.
Culprit's one of you! Wow-wee! This argument is getting intense! At times like this... The Ultimate Academy is proud to present its very own more phenomenal trial grounds!
Yippee! I've been waiting for this!
Why were you waiting for it?
who killed Tanko and Angie!
Kibo! We don't know for certain that Kyo killed Angie.
He forced his way into Angie's research lab and killed her!
I got this! But he couldn't get into Angie's research lab.
The katana was found in Kyo's lab.
Kyo! Anyone could have entered my lab.
So Kyo did kill Tanko, but he not blackened?
Kokichi! Perhaps there's a second blackened we need to find.
He was planning to use the new rule to protect himself all along.
Kyo! Not possible. That rule was added after both murders.
We solved the mystery of Tanko's death. Can't we just vote now?
I got this! Not yet. There's still another mystery to solve.
This is our answer!
The art research lab is not where Angie was killed. She was killed in the empty room instead! I was wrong! The art research lab is not where Angie was killed. She was killed in the empty room instead!
She left her lab on her own?
But why would she go into an empty room? There shouldn't have been anything in there.
Except for candles.
That's it! She wanted a candle! That's it! She wanted a candle! Keep herself awake. It
Sounds like something only you would do.
I was wrong!
That's it! She wanted a candle! Keep herself awake. That's it! She wanted a candle!
I agree!
What are you? All clear?
What are you all... You what? What are...
I will not fear. I will not back down.
Sweet Korekio, calm yourself. Their words are all hollow. There is no meaning to any of them. You must teach these ignorant children a lesson.
Yes, you're right. Okay, I'll teach them.
What the hell are you mumbling about? You're giving me the goddamn willies!
Not yet. Nothing is clear at all.
It's full of doubts! Of mysteries! Of a dense, impenetrable fog! Nothing is clear at all!
Angie was attacked in the empty room first, and then carried into the research lab? Impossible! Impossible! That's nothing but a delusion! You intend to poison our minds with your delusions?
It's no delusion. Angie's 2 external wounds tell the story. After she was struck in the empty room, she was carried to the art research lab and then killed.
You say the culprit carried Angie's body? And not a single drop of blood fell? The hallway and empty room had no bloodstains. Even if you wipe them down later, there'd still be traces of evidence left behind. But there was no evidence anywhere, was there, Shuichi?
I'll cut through your words. It has to be you.
I have nothing to admit. You are simply wrong. Yes, I'm not the culprit. So I have nothing to confess. I have nothing to admit.
You are simply wrong. Why must you force your delusions on us?
Your logic. That's merely a delusion.
Well said, Correcchio. To continue this debate is meaningless. Why must you force your delusions on us?
I told you I am not the culprit. So why are you looking at me like that? You're all wrong, not me!
Correcchio speaks the truth. Such a sorry lot.
Apologize. Apologize. Apologize!
Apologize.
I told you I am not the culprit. So why are you looking at me like that? You're all wrong, not me!
Correcchio speaks the truth. Such a sorry lot.
Apologize. Apologize. Apologize!
Apologize.
I told you I am not the culprit.
You have no proof that Correcchio is the killer.
It ends here!